blow this shit the fuck up. Let's go, look.
I stack dollars, players in Chevys and Monte Carlos, moving big weight by the carload. First you get the money, the power, then the bitches follow. Got a burner on my waist and it's still with hollows. You know the motto, swing it out the bottle. Got a couple model chicks and they love to swallow. Fill up my cup right quick, that's macchiato. And I don't care if you black, white, or eating tacos. I put that on my Tata Andres Delgado. Fuck around and end up in a cup of caldo. I let the 9 blow, running from the 5-0. Pistol on my side, so if you trip, you get your mind blown. I'm from the city where them winos run up to your side though. Empty out a clip and watch it die slow. And then the preacher read the Bible. And you're waking the mistakes for trying to take the cake that I won't. Beauty belong. Music the cure, cause when I'm spitting on this microphone, there's never a flaw, yeah, never a flaw, never a flaw, cause when I'm spitting on the microphone, there's never a flaw,
Shit, I was muted. There we go. What is up, people? What is going on? We are back. Another episode of the O.O.C. Unfortunately, JG can't make it tonight, but, we do what we got to do, and hopefully everything is okay with JG.
Right.
Roberto, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. It ain't
Good,
freezing
good.
today, so it's better.
Yeah, it was actually pretty decent today. You know what I mean?
Right.
How was your week so far, though?
Uh, Pretty typical, but it's a short week this week, so it's better than any other. It's a
Short week.
pad day on Friday, so
Oh, lucky you, eh?
weekend. I'd rather have that Monday off after Super Bowl,
100%. 100%. Who you got for the Super Bowl?
Because I have no love for either team. I would like New England to win, but I think Seattle's gonna win.
Think Seattle's gonna win?
Yeah.
All right, definitely interesting. So
Their
Tony
defense
Robinson is.
is different,
I think Seattle's gonna win too. Tony Robinson in the house. He said, "What's popping on Zone Roberto? What's up, Tony? Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. It's always a pleasure when you guys are popping in and checking out the show." Oh man, there was a it was a week, boy. I tell you that it was a week. We got definitely a good show for you today. I see that there are some people out there in North and South Carolina that are having a little issues with some snow, right? I mean,
What they get?
Danny sent
2 centimeters?
about 6 to 12. And I just want to show this real quick because Canadians, when they hear about the freezing temperatures in the US, that's exactly correct. When we hear about them cold weathers that Danny be crying about, we're like, bro, you have no idea. You have no idea.
You don't know cold, man.
100%. And I told Danny, I said, you know what? Maybe, and I'm kind of putting it out there in the universe, which he don't like that, but I'm like, maybe this is gonna be the norm in South Carolina. You know what I mean? Maybe now you're gonna have to worry about snow coming up every year. Now he's like, nope. Said if that's the case, he's gonna move out of South Carolina. Like really,
Where's he going?
somewhere hot, I guess. I asked him, I'm like, Donnie, you take the kids out for a snowball fight? He was like, negative. Like really? When so and I know this because, and you know this, Roberta, we've had people who just come up and witness snow for the first time, and they are like a kid in a candy store. You know what I mean? So things like that in South Carolina ain't normal. I get it; it may shut down, whatever. But at the same time, man, you should have been enjoying that, bro. What are we talking about over here?
It's not even something like that happens all the time, It's like something you should celebrate and say, wow.
Facts.
But this shit
Now,
ain't hanging.
I guess I can play
What was
devil advocate, and
it, the next day?
what's that?
I said, what was the temperature the next day? 15, 16?
It probably melted the next day, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That one day of snow and the next day everything was back to normal as usual. Come on,
Yeah,
Danny.
Let Danny see that shit for 4 months.
Facts. You know what I mean? Or some of the cold weather that we got to deal with, you know? You don't want none of that.
Snow
So
over cold any day.
trust
Sometimes
me.
it's so cold, man. All you're doing is thinking of every excuse not to go into work.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I said this the other day. Not the other day, just today. I'm so over winter. I can't wait for it to be done. When it's over, I will be absolutely happy. You know what
Appreciate
I
it,
mean?
man.
100%. Now, I put this up here because I seen this a couple of days ago, and this shit really like kind of affected me. You know what I mean? And I wanted to bring it up. It said, just saw a quote that hit real hard for the boys. It says, one of us will see all the funerals, one of us will see none, and one of us will have none at theirs.
Damn.
You don't think about it until you actually read that out, right? That's fucked up, man. And I say this all the time, like I'm getting old fucking sucks. I hate it. I don't like it, and I just know that I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, bro. I want listen,
Okay. Then you're gonna go get some Botox and shit, try and look younger.
bro,
So you
bro.
do.
I'm at the point, boy. If you know, like they say, the Illuminati, they be drinking baby blood to stay young, and you know, oh yeah, I'm down.
This guy.
I'm
Funny.
down.
It's all old people doing it.
Because they want to live. You know what I mean? Now, if you had the chance to live forever, would you?
No,
You wouldn't live forever?
no. You want to suffer that long?
What if you were financially secure?
Right now, you know, if I could have lived out the 80s forever, I would say, yeah, let's do it in a heartbeat.
I feel you.
You know, the times
I
we're in
feel you.
right now, it's like all those movies I watched in the early 2000s. You know, when you're talking
What's
about the future and shit.
100%. What's up, Only Strong? He said, hello, sorry I'm late. Never apologize for being late, brother. Just
Thanks,
glad you're here. You
thanks
know
for
what I'm
coming.
saying? Absolutely, 100%. I don't know if I can honestly say that I would love to live forever, but you know, I'd longer than normal human life. Give me 200 years, you know?
But think of all the people
So
that are
I'm
gonna
with Roberto on this.
think of all the people that are gonna pass. How many
Yeah, I
times?
know. Yeah. I know.
You know,
Yeah, I know. That's the problem because you can't take them all with you, and you're just gonna
you know what I
experience.
mean. You can pick and choose and bring a group along with you.
Yeah,
That's a different story.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Keep switching scenes. I'm not trying to switch scenes. I'm trying to switch this because you know we got some jokes going on for the show today, and I'm gonna bring up one now because I'm using this damn new StreamYard, right? Usually I would just take the jokes from my phone, pop them on my computer, but I gotta actually put them in, and I just didn't want to do all of them at the same time, one at a time. So I did them all at the same time. So watch a few, cut it off, go on topic, and then we'll watch some more if that's the case. But I just it would have took too long. So
How
this
you
is
doing?
number one. Was that Roberto?
Girl, the
Saying
phone
shout out
ringing.
to
I'm
Mama
about to go
Bear.
ahead. Don't pick up that phone.
Oh,
It
what
might be
up,
a bill
Mama Bear?
collector,
How
and
you
it's too
doing?
fucking late for somebody to be calling.
Hold
Make
on,
sure them
let's start this over. All right. So it says black people in horror movies.
Girl, the phone ringing. I'm about to go ahead. Don't pick up that phone. It might be a bill collector, and it's too fucking late for somebody to be calling. Make sure them dogs loud. Oh, I know that's right. All right. The fuck? No. Oh my gosh.
You know what? Let's see if we can
Lamar,
adjust us.
I got your vote. The hell? You can keep it. Wait, but don't you want it back? Hell no. Lamar, bring your ass back in this damn house. Mama, it's a crackhead in the suit. Let your damn outfit come out. Yeah, girl, I told him I don't want to do all. Hold on, girl. Y'all start packing y'all shit.
Which is facts. You know what I mean?
Hello, I'm so hot and I'm so sweaty. I missed the bus. Can I please come in and get me some water? Get the fuck off our porch, ma'am.
All right, this one you're gonna like, Roberto. Asking restaurant to donate to the LGBT community. This is number two, guys.
Hi, I was just calling because I wanted to know if you guys wanted to donate to the LGBTQ community.
Donate to who?
No, Mike,
The
JG couldn't make it
LGBTQ
today.
community.
What the bomber clat is that?
Um,
Listen, what you talking about? Donate to who? Donate to what?
the LGBTQ community. It's
I don't
lesbian,
know
gay.
about no
Hey,
LGBT.
Dandelion.
I don't know nothing about that. Who the fuck is that? What is that?
It's lesbians, gay, bisexual, transsexual, queer, 2+ spirit.
Why in the bomber clat would you do that? You want me to donate to a taxi to take you to church?
Sir, that's like really homophobic.
Listen, homophobic are no fucking ick. Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't fuck around Batman business.
Gay.
Hello, don't go no more with that bomber clot. Stop it right here. Stop your bomber clot right here. Listen, don't fuck yourself.
No, I wasn't doing that, sir. I'm so sorry. I went to your restaurant and I saw a sign that said Jerkfest, so I thought you guys were gay.
Jerk your bomber clot. Chicken. That is fucking chicken. We don't jerk like what you fucking guys do wherever you guys is.
I like your headphones.
Yeah, it could be staged, Dandelion. It could be staged, but it's funny though.
But that's
What's
so real.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
at age, that's so real.
Yeah, 100%. Mike said, "No, JG, this is truly a great day. I'm going out and play the lotto." Wow, that's crazy. JG has some personal issues that he had to take care of, Mike. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say anything bad right now. There's a whole series of horror movies that wouldn't happen if they had black people. 100%, I agree with you on that one, Mama Bear. I agree with you on that one. All right, let's play one more and then we'll get into the topics. Watch this one, guys. Hold on, let me get rid of that comment real quick. All right.
Thank you.
I like your headphones.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I like your headphones.
What about my headphones you like so much?
Well, where I'm from, when somebody tells you that they like something, you're supposed to give it to them.
Okay, here.
Thanks.
I like that.
Black people have.
I would have done the same thing though. I can't lie. I would have done the same thing. I can't even lie. All right, guys. So got a few top. Was
Where's
that?
Michael? I don't understand.
I'll play it in the after the second one because I
I
had
said
to.
you won. I said you won.
Hold on.
4 or 5 years. I don't
I
even
got
get one.
I'll play it when we get to we'll do the topic, then we'll play more jokes. Like I said, you'll get that one on there. I had to format it on my
Okay.
MacBook. That is hence why I said it. You know what I mean?
And
So yeah,
smack
so
his brother.
yeah. So I had to format it. All right. So as you guys can see, I got a topic here, the first one, and there's a reason why I came up with the topic, but as you see, it says friends, family, and faith. So the first question I want to ask you, Roberto, is how would you rate that of importance?
Friends, family, and faith.
Yes.
For me, it's obviously family first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd have to say to my friends, don't feel sad, but faith and then friends.
I got you.
You
I
know,
got you.
to say either you're like family to me, or I have to call you an acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, a friend is more or less someone you'll drop a
Hold
dime.
on. Hold on. You're going a little too far because that's my next question. All right. Let me get to that one. All right. Cool. I like where you're going with that though. So me personally, I rank it a little bit different than Roberto. For me, it's friends. I'm sorry, family, friends, and then faith. Right? Obviously, as you guys know, and I've said it many times, I am not a religious person at all. So faith would probably be last over that. Now, the reason why I'm asking these questions, right? So here's an example I just want to give because my question is about friendship, right? To Roberto. So you guys know my brother passed away, whatever. I went to a reunion, a school reunion a while back, right? And when we got to the reunion, friends, and there was a friend that was there that I say is a friend, right? Like I call this guy a friend. There was a time where we would be on Xbox like all night just talking and going through the problems that we're going through, trying to help each other and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
Had a little bit of an issue and we didn't talk for a while. Then we made up, right? So the issue, and I still ain't get my shit. All right, I'm just saying this. I still ain't get my shit because I ordered some stuff from NBA.com one time. This was in 2013, right? And it didn't come to Canada. So I was like, "Yo, can I send this stuff to you, and you will mail it to me?" Sure, no problem, bro. I got you. I got you. Never got that shit from 2013. All right. So every time I talk to him now, because we stopped talking, I went blew up on him like, bro, like really. Anyways, when we reconnected, said fuck it, I don't care. He's always telling me, "Yo, don't worry, bro. I still got your stuff." And he lives in Toronto now. Back then, he was lived in Philly. Now he lives in Brooklyn. Now he lives in Toronto. Don't worry, bro. I got your stuff. I got your stuff. Anyways, to make a long story short, when we went to the reunion, we were like, yo, bro, you gotta come out to Toronto and come see me and all kinds of stuff like that. You're my boy and I love you and all kinds of stuff like that, right? When my brother died, this guy never once reached out. And I'm not even saying that he had to like call me, but not even a condolences on a Facebook post, bro. Right? So you'll say, oh, well, maybe he didn't see it. Right? Oh, no, no, maybe he didn't see it. Well, I posted a picture with this and I said, I carry a piece of my brother with me. I no, I said I carry this with me everywhere I go. You know what I mean? And I said, rest in peace, brother. He liked the post,
Oh,
not a comment, not a condolences, not a holler at me. Now, this is supposed to be someone who considers like we're friends. All right. So that's why I asked you when I was saying when you talked about friends, I said, what makes a friend a friend? How long does it take for a friendship to like for you not to be a friend? How long does that take? And like if you haven't spoke to your friend in years, like for example, you grew up with somebody and you haven't spoken to him for 10 years, he's still a friend.
yeah, but it's not a it's not a close friend.
Okay.
Again, for me, a close friend is someone you keep ties with, someone
Mm-hmm.
pretty much knows your situation and is there for you in this situation, not
Mm-hmm.
knowing it and fucking disappearing, ghosting you and shit. Because
So would you think that's more of what's up, Danny?
see, for
Danny
me,
said faith, family, and friends. Okay.
I knew Danny would follow that order. But on another note, not to say there's anything wrong with that, but
Yeah,
teach
for
them.
sure. Yeah.
On another
Okay.
note, excuse me, when it comes to death, I try and hold back from drawing any kind of, what can I say, speculation,
Okay.
because everybody handles death different.
100%.
And for me to say my way is right, that everyone has to grieve the same way I do or has to follow the rules of death. Again, everybody has their own rules. Some people celebrate it, some people mourn, some people, do the request of the person who passed at their funeral and all stuff like that. So for this guy that you don't really keep ties with, but was once your boy, I would just say time will let me forget that you didn't acknowledge the condolence.
Okay.
And
Well,
more or
yeah,
less shows me that we weren't as close as I thought we were.
that's what I'm saying. So wouldn't you consider
It
that
would be
person more of
there.
an acquaintance than a friend?
That's what I'm talking about.
right? Because, and I do agree with you, there's levels to friendship too as well, right? 100%, there's got to be levels to friendship. Like my friendship with you, I'm closer with you than anybody else. Like we like brothers, so you know what I mean. It's like my friendship with, let's say for example, JG, it's not even close to on the level as you. But here comes another question that I want to bring up too, and I wish JG was here for this, and I'm sorry that he's not. I'm just using him as an example, right?
Mhm.
So if you haven't noticed, and I'm just gonna say this real quick, and I'm just gonna say this real quick because we be talking in that chat for a minute, and JG does not say a word anymore, right? He never responds in that group chat that we have. Okay,
No.
now, yeah, of course, I would make fun of JG if he was here, but he's going through some stuff, so we're gonna. And I'm not like trying to disrespect JG or anything like that. This is not. I'm just using it as an example, right? But JG does come on the stream all the time. You know, sometimes we talk backstage. You know what I mean? We don't have where we talk to JG outside of YouTube every day anymore, right? I guess he's busy. Not saying that he wouldn't, or he's probably busy doing stuff, whatever, right? Do you still consider that a friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're doing what you got to do, man. Life will get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, a friend is, or one I would call an associate, is when a major event comes about
Mm-hmm.
and you're not considered. That's
Right.
when you realize you're not friends anymore.
Right. Hence, the example I gave, right?
Back to what I
That
just said.
you're
He
right.
was your boy. He's not your boy anymore. And that's a sign to show you. But I wouldn't hold a grudge. It just shows me
Oh
where
yeah,
you
yeah,
stand
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
rack.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
You
no,
know?
no, I'm not holding a grudge either. Danny said friends don't say on stream that their friends is always on the bottom. That fantasy boo. Did I say that out loud? Thanks for the $5 super chat, Danny. I
Of
mean,
course they would, Danny. Because you know what? We ain't no hypocrites up here in Canada.
100%. You know what I
We
mean?
call it how it is, and we can admit if we're wrong. If I'm
And
wrong, I'll apologize on live on camera, on YouTube.
and let me know if you want to come on for this topic too, right? I'll let you know. Let me know. Um, the
Let's
Mama
get
Bear
the
said.
good word.
Mama Bear said, "My best friend and I can go ages without talking, but pick up like nothing has happened every time." Okay, so I get what you're
I
saying on
have
that
people like
because
that.
hold on,
I had a guy
I've
like that
said
too.
I've said that about Roberto's brother, right? It's like we haven't talked in a year or two, boom, and then when we get together, it's like nothing happens, right? But now extend that to 3 years, to 4 years, to 5 years, right? What do you really know about this person if you haven't spoken to them in 3 to 5 years? 1 year, a lot can change, right? But I get it. I understand people may be busy and have to do other stuff and whatever. But let's say you go 5 years without speaking to that person. What
I
do
would
you
think
know
at
about
this
that
stage,
person's life anymore? Yeah, go ahead.
I would think at this stage in life that they are who they are. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if anything, they're just perfecting that trait of who they are. And I know that, majority of my good friends have flaws. Maybe they don't know or they do, but you gotta weigh those pros and cons and say, you know what? I'm willing to accept those flaws and allow this person to still be my friend. But if it touches you to the point where you're getting vexed and shit, associate,
So here's another
I
question,
see you.
right?
Hey, what's up? I don't see you. Bam, I'm gone. That's it.
No, no, that's how I am too, right? Like I say, yeah, okay, a person is a friend, whatever, you know what I mean? But it all depends on how much interaction I have with you, of course, how close I are as a friend with you. So I get that, right? But another question. Someone you consider a friend, right? You should know something about their life, right?
Who says?
I'm asking. I'm asking the question.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to say down on you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah, 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 yeah.
theoretically, who says? Like this book of life that you have to get married, get a job, get a car, da da da. Who fucking says? Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these fucking storylines don't lead to happiness. I just say, are you happy? And that's it.
It's worked for us since grade 7. No, I get you 100%. I'm not saying it doesn't work, right? And I'm not saying that if that's how your relationship is. I'm just questioning, again, like I said, how close of a friend someone is to you if you haven't spoken to them in 5 years, right? Like I said, does hey Roberto, you correct? You still a friend or whatever? Hey, what's up? Call me up. Yeah, we can do this. Blah 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 blah. Gotcha. Whatever. Right? Oh, and Daniel sent the link. So I get that 100%. I just
Can I
ask.
just cut you off a quick second?
Yeah, sure.
See, you have friends, and then you have what's called like fam. So you
Mm-hmm.
see, I would consider you fam. What's up, Danny?
Right. What's up, Danny?
I might not have hang with you since that time we hooked up in the arcade and had the burgers and shit, good times. It could be maybe 4 or 5 years before that happens again, but it's always the same. If I know I need to call you, I will call you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to say, should I call Anzo? I wonder how Anzo is going to be, maybe, you know? And I hope you feel the same way.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
But,
Danny, what are your thoughts?
we're not bloodline. We're not fam by blood, but, I believe in different forms of fam.
Oh, 100%. That again, that's going to be another question that comes up with this too. Danny, what are your thoughts on it?
I think it's a connection because my very best friend here is his name is Jamie Cooper. We've been friends for the past 31 years. And I know right now, if I call Jamie and say, "Hey, look, man, I need some help, or I need 500 bucks, I need whatever," I
Mm-hmm.
know unless he truly don't have it, that I'm gonna get it. If I'm on the side of the road and it's 3 o'clock at night, and I say, "Jamie, I need you," I know he coming, and he does the same for me. So I know. And sometimes we don't talk for a year at a time, and we never had a disagreement. We've had like for instance, he likes Dallas, and I'm like, bro, really? He voted for Trump. I was like, bro, really? But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, like an argument, like never. And we pick up just like this because he was my first lieutenant when I started policing, and we always clicked. We always clicked. And 31 years later, I called him. And in fact, about 3 weeks ago, we had lunch. He said, "Man, we ain't ate in a while." So, there's some people you just get that natural connection. Like I said, I think you my closest friend, as far as it comes to YouTube. I think we
Mm-hmm.
talk just about every day, or
Mm-hmm.
if not every day, every other day, in some
Yeah, yeah.
shape, form, or fashion. And here where I'm at, I got like 3 friends that I know if I call them, and like I got one female friend and another guy, and our lives are so similar because we live in about the same size house. We both got 2 daughters and one son. Both got all 3 of us got grandchildren. So our lives are so similar, and we see each other every day. So I just think it depends on the connections, and I know that if I didn't see them in 2 or 3 years, it would be the same. For some people, I guess, but like the condolences thing, that's not even a second thought. Um, if it's a friend of mine, I'm coming to the funeral unless I just can't,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
or there's something. But like one thing that I always do is let people know that you're caring is I'm over 42 people at my job. And if any one of those they call in sick or their family is sick or they have a death in the family, I think I might have missed one or two in the past 15 years I've been at the sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
that's something I try to always do because you may forget the person's name or you maybe forget the argument or the disagreement if you have one, but you're never going to forget how that person made you feel when they didn't do this or they did do this. So I try to make sure people like, hey, now some people who I really don't care about, I don't care. The ones I care about, I always try to make sure it's right.
No, I feel you 100%. I'm the same way, right? Like I know someone and something happens, I'm gonna reach out. You know what I mean? Like even if I don't get to call them, I would post something, condolences or whatever. If they post it on Facebook, I would do something like that, right? It doesn't not necessarily saying, oh, the dude had to call me and be like, oh yeah, what's up? No,
But
but
did he know?
yeah, he knew.
Oh,
He knew. So because when I got this, I posted a picture, and I'm pretty sure he knew from before that because he was on my Facebook. But when I got this, I posted this post and I said I carry him with me like all the time. Rest in peace, brother. And then he liked the picture.
oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like
So
the people, I don't have Facebook. If you don't call or you send me a clip, I don't. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on TikTok. On all that stuff. So if someone don't call me or we have a mutual friend or something, I may legitimately don't know. But when I do know, I even make the effort.
mhm,
Send a text, make a call, email something.
100%. Said, is it possible the person scrolled through their feed, just hit like without reading the post? I mean, it is possible,
I highly
right?
doubt it.
That,
Has it
that
happened to you?
No, I
Well, it
usually read the
happened to me.
post.
So,
Yeah, I would usually read the
so,
post.
like,
Yeah, I usually read the post.
if I'm scrolling, I'm nowhere near hitting the like. You have to actually action to hit that like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I
No,
mean, next to my daddy line.
listen. You can. I can always give the benefit of the doubt. He could probably reach me one day and be like, "Yo, bro, I'm sorry, I didn't know." Right? But I mean, I know we all in the same circles, right? So I have other friends that know that he knows that they talk to pretty much all the time. So
I,
it's not like there wasn't.
I'm
He
not
wouldn't have
making it. I'm not making excuses, but I think Roberto will back me up on this. There have been times when I see something that you text, I'm texting, I forget to hit send or something sidetracks me, and then 2 or 3 days later, I was like,
I've done that.
oh crap, I didn't,
Yeah, yeah, I've done that.
and I didn't
Yeah.
do that till I get 50. I call it the 50 disease. And then sometimes,
Well,
man,
welcome people to the club, Danny.
Man,
when I see stuff, I be like, man, I'm gonna do, and something happen, or something at the job happen, or I
mhm.
start watching. Oh shoot, I just go to sleep, and
Uh,
4 or 5 days later, I go back through the feed. Oh man, I forgot to respond to that.
yeah, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? Just the other day, I sent a post in there. I said, "Hey, watch this video." They had a bunch of people there breaking down who should play Miles Morales, and I said, "I think it should be the black kid from Cobra Kai," and then there was another kid that I said were my two choices. Not one of you motherfuckers responded to that. Not one. I
I
was like,
saw it, I saw it, but I
I
was
don't
like,
know what you're talking about.
man,
"What?"
So I get a green card on that one.
I
Yeah,
got kicked.
no, it wasn't in your group, Roberto, with you. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
just
just in
I got
case.
a
'Cause
kick. I got
sometimes
a
you guys talk some shit. I don't know what you're
bro,
talking about.
bro, Anzo, you wouldn't believe, man. I got so much paperwork on my desk, and for the past 3 days, I just ain't been motivated to do it. I know I got to do it because I know if I don't, I'm going to hear it from my boss, and I don't want to hear that.
absolutely.
Man,
I
this is,
know. I feel you. I get it. You know what I mean? I didn't say nothing about it. I was like, whatever. I just said, you know what? I'm gonna make my own video on it, and then I never make the video. So, but I definitely will. Dandelion said, "Friends seem like a flaky dude. Does he still have all your stuff?" Oh yeah, 100%. No
yeah,
problem, Mama Bear. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
yeah,
Always a
that,
pleasure.
that's jacked
Huh?
up.
Oh yeah. So yo, here's the
Mama
thing
Bear, we
though.
know you leaving over here. We know where you going. You're not fooling nobody. You're not fooling nobody.
Oh, wait, hold on. uh my nephew could play Miles Morales. Hey, maybe he could, right? Um shit, here's the thing I was gonna say. So yeah, you asked me if he still had my stuff, right? When we had the reunion, I talked to him before the reunion, and he told me he was going to bring it.
What kind of stuff is it? Like, was it clothes or something?
Yeah, it's like a Spur. Okay, so it was in 2013 when the Spurs went to the Western Conference. So it was a Western Conference Spurs T-shirt, a hat. It was a banner and some other little knickknacks and stuff like that in there. You know what I
I would have to say, unless I was a Spurs fan and I had the mentality, I wouldn't want that. So he must be pretty grimy.
mean? He said he don't want it. He's like, I don't want it. It's still there. And just, but
That's
Just bring
lazy.
it.
That,
You
that's
know what I
that's
mean?
that's grimy and lazy right there.
Yeah, 100%. 2013, just to let you
Yeah,
guys
I
know.
ain't go,
All right.
man.
Just for
So,
him to say, "I have it, I'll bring it," is
and then
saying
not bring it.
you're an asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it
Like,
wasn't.
just say you never received it.
I would have let
Yeah, yeah.
that. I
I'd
would
rather
have
you
let
say
that
that.
die, buddy.
Oh, I done let it die, right? But when I
No,
when I
no, I'm
first seen
saying
him,
him. I would have let it die.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
he lost
100%.
his
Just
guilty
don't.
conscience, Danny.
Yeah, don't even bring it up anymore. Because when I first seen him, I was like, "So where's my shit?" He was like, "Oh man, it was in storage. I didn't get a chance to get it. It's somewhere." I was like,
Bro.
"Motherfucker, whatever. You
Or,
just
or,
keep
or,
it."
or what I would have done here, man. How much was it? Here you go.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
So okay. So we did have different. Danny said faith, family, and friends. Roberto said family, faith, and friends. I said family, faith, family, friends, and faith. Right. So asked about the friend. Now the family part, like, because Roberto has it first. So how important is family to you? That's the question. First question. Go ahead, Roberto. You go first.
Well, obviously, it's the most important. That's why I put it first.
Hmm. Of course, there's reasons why I asked the question, but yeah, go ahead.
Not storybook family, but I know there's dysfunctional families out there. But that's not going to change the outlook of my view of what family should be. You know,
100%.
and
Yeah.
I try and instill that in my girls to let them know if anybody has any size preference, they'd like to see the suits in their size.
What's that, Danny? I think your mic.
We can show you some nice suits in your size, guys. Who's buying suits?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, we can hear you. We're just wondering who's buying the suits.
I was looking at it. I'm
Oh.
trying to. I'm trying to
We
start.
know you're looking at it,
I'm
Daddy.
trying to start a soup business, bro.
No, I hope you do. I do. I want you to get that off the ground 100%. We're going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that because, no, you know what, Roberto, keep your thought. I got a question for you.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yes,
I
sir.
already lost it.
I got a question for you, Roberto. Now, you ever been to a thrift shop?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Have you ever been to a thrift shop?
Oh, I heard a strip shop. I'm like,
No,
come on. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, we all know we've been there. That's no problem.
Okay.
Shit, we've been to a couple together. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oh,
Thrift shop? So you
Yeah.
mean like buying used clothes and shit?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been in a few.
Okay. Have you ever purchased?
Why are we getting down deep like that and shit?
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
curious.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Somebody on this panel said their pride wouldn't let them
I
buy
can't do
stuff.
it. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Um, I went
Like
into
me,
I went into a thrift store in, was it in Texas?
mm-hmm.
I believe it was in Texas, and they had some bags in there for $5,000, $4,000. I'm talking US. High end watches for 2,500. So I said, this is a different kind of thrift shop.
Okay, I got you.
So I not to say that I'm a baller and shit, but I got a really nice hoodie for $25 that I said was a score because the material of it was like, and I smelt it. It smelled fresh, you know.
My,
Okay, I could say this. Maybe shift thrift shops here in Canada or at least Montreal, Quebec here are different than what you guys are doing. Because I
I'm gonna tell you this. I researched this the same way that whatever tickles y'all fancy about research, it tickles my fancy about clothes. So I know what is good quality, what is not. Some people
mhm,
don't know what they're getting rid of. But a lot of
I
times
agree.
you can get some of this stuff like at a an estate. Like when somebody died, I don't go around to the slummy areas because that'd be crazy. 'Cause I know what I'm gonna get. I go to shops that is attached to the rich neighborhoods like Charleston, Columbia,
That
different
makes
stuff like that,
sense.
and I know what I'm looking for. And you ain't going there sometime, you're gonna get 95% of it is garbage. I wouldn't wear it. But that 5%, and if you consistent and you find it, you can find a gem. And
And
that's
I
what I'm
saw,
looking for.
Danny's right. In that same store, I saw some unique Jordans that weren't my size. But I was like, I never seen Jordans like these before.
Hey, you gotta find that five. It's that diamond in the rough.
I'd
That's
have
what
loved if you were there because you're more, a Jordan personality than me. But
Hmm. I will
Wow.
definitely let you know, Dandelion. I don't think I have that issue anymore, but that was like a while ago, you know? Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just saying, okay, so probably that could be it too, because the ones I've been into are the ghetto ones, right? Like the
Okay.
ones just down the block from me, you know what I mean? Like uptown.
That,
And I
Love
walked
it.
in
I
there,
love
like
it.
yeah,
there's,
that's just
right.
like the strip club. You know, there's some that is you go in there, you go be like, what
100%.
is
Oh,
that?
yeah, yeah, 100%.
And then you know but then you go to something like Chocolate City or something like that, like
Oh yeah,
what
100%. Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah. No, yeah, you are 100% right. Now, and to your point, right? Sometimes you may go to the ghetto one, and there's a diamond in the rough over there. You know
that?
what I mean? But more or less, yeah, you know what
I'm gonna go to the upscale if I'm looking for something
you
right.
get. Yeah,
Well, I
I
will
got
say
you.
this, Sanzo.
Yeah.
The thrift stores that I saw, like in San Fran and Texas and like that,
Mm-hmm.
they're a lot more upscale than ours.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
And there's
sure.
like in New York, there was a whole bunch of them, like a town of just thrift shops, man. I was like, what did COVID do? Can't find a sneaker shop anywhere, but thrift stores everywhere.
These are Book Brothers ties, man. These ties are 70 something bucks. I got these ties for less than $10. I'm gonna sell you know what out of these bad boys and get my money back.
No, I feel you. I feel you. No, I get you. You
You
know,
should
I guess
sometimes. I hear you, Danny.
I guess you could say it's just like going to Winners, right? I know you guys probably don't have a Winners out there,
No, they have winners. It's called TJ Maxx.
or Marshalls. You guys have Marshalls?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's like a Marshalls, right? Winners is like a Marshalls. You go down
yeah,
there,
TJ
and
Maxx is the same thing, no?
oh, I never been there, so I wouldn't know.
Hey,
But
Danny,
I don't know. I don't know
you know
how.
TJ Maxx?
I know what TJ Maxx is, but I don't know what Winners is. I don't know if I can compare.
Winners is the equivalent of TJ Maxx.
Okay. Yeah. TJ Maxx mainly to me cater to the females more. They have a lot more females than male stuff in there. The
you know
ones
what? I
Winners,
think
Winners is pretty equal. Yeah, there's always more for women
yeah, yeah,
because they're
yeah, yeah,
bigger shoppers. But I'll
yeah.
tell you this: I've gone to TJ Maxx. Winners hurts TJ Maxx, man.
As in,
one thing about TJ
Like
Maxx,
as far as how they cater to the men, like the men in TJ Maxx is very like scarce, man. You know,
very, very
like
serious.
scraps, man.
The only
I
thing I
think
go in
right
there
now,
for is the
that's
watches.
I got you.
the
Yeah,
winners
so it's like
here. I spend like $250, and I'm leaving with 8, 9 pieces, man.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
and I'm laughing because everybody's telling me, "Yo, where you get that? Where you get that?" They don't believe me when I tell them winners.
Yeah, no, no, no. If you go in there, you can get some good stuff in there.
I
So
don't know
sometimes
when
too.
or where, but I'm coming to where y'all at because I want to go to y'all suit supply. That's a global store. Suit supply got
Which
suit
okay,
supply. No, it's no Spear McKee. That's it. Spear McKay. That's
you don't have it out there by you?
mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
The home store is in Montreal. I think the next one, closest one, I think there might be one in Atlanta, and there might be one in Texas. I'm not, but Spear and McKay, them suits is fire.
Got you. Got you. All right. Interesting. Got a little bit off topic there. It was a little fun to come. I was trying to rag on Danny a bit, you know what I mean? But
You ragging on me, bro? My pride will let me go shut up in there and buy something, buddy.
so it's funny too, right? Because I told Danny told me about a suit, told me how much you pay for it. And I was like, boy, I went to Levi's store and I paid what was it? I said 270 for two pair of jeans. Danny
Woo!
was like,
What?
what?
Levi's?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck? What is that, gold tab?
Mm-mm.
Yo, Levi's are fucking. Unless you go to the outlet, which I usually do. I usually go to outlet. You get two for, I think it's two for $50 or something like that.
You
We go
must
to
be
outlet, right?
501s or something, boy. Mm-mm.
No, these ones that I bought, they were the action because I don't know if you guys noticed, but baggy jeans are coming back out again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were the new baggy ones, and I
When I
kind of
was
like
in
the
my
color of
20s,
them.
it was the Levi 501s, button fly.
501s, yeah,
501s,
yeah.
528s, 501s with the buttons.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Oh, I still got a couple of 501s. Their prices, but Levi's here now. Like if you don't go to the outlet, they're like $100 for a
You
pair.
remember British Knight, Sanzo,
Oh,
Roberto?
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
100%.
Man, I love them shoes.
You have to go to the Levi's store in New York.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh
one shoe I
man, I
didn't like.
got some sick jeans down there, man.
I can't stand them felines. I never like those.
Um,
They
there
look
Talking
like
was
about
one.
Fila?
There was one pair of Fila's that I think everybody wore at one point, which were kind of cool. I never had them.
they
No, I
look
did have a pair. I can't
they
lie.
look
I
they
can't lie.
look they look
I
They
can't
cheap.
lie.
were
Cheap.
3/4 cut with that stripe that goes up.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
had it in
Yeah.
purple. I had it in
Yes.
orange. I had it in
Yes.
green. Oh,
Yes.
those were sick.
Yes.
Mm,
Those were
With the
fire
Air
shoes.
Force One strap,
I did not
Yes.
like those.
those were
Really.
sick.
Yeah.
Now,
I like those.
I think Jordan stole the concept from those shoes, man.
suede Pumas was big back when I was a young
Oh,
man.
suede. Yeah, yeah. Suede Pumas were fire, and um, I can't find them anymore. But there was one time where they had like suede Nikes, right? And I had like a blue one, and my cousin had a green one. Mine were high cut, and his were like low cut. But those were fire, man. And I would love for them to bring those back
What do
again.
you call it when the Nike on one side is the regular swoop, and the other side is backwards?
Fucked up. I hate them shoes, man.
I see a lot of
Uh,
people wearing them now. I'm like, what do you call them?
yeah, no, I'm good. Like for me,
Maybe that's
I find
LGBTQ kind of shit.
I don't even know which
I see
ones
some
they
of the young
are.
guys. Let's see if I can find an image of them. But one side the swoop is normal, and the other side is reverse.
Interesting. So I'm looking and see if I could find something now. Oh, huh. I guess that's just a style. I never seen those ones, but they're on the Air Force Ones.
Yeah, they got them. We see them a lot here where I'm at.
I
I don't
don't.
know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know what it means.
Probably just a style, I guess. I don't
Just
know.
like when like sometime on the baseball caps, the logo is backwards.
Oh yeah,
You ain't never seen that?
I didn't. You, Roberto?
I see them. Yeah,
You seen them? I haven't seen
yeah.
them.
Like
On
the
the
Seen them.
Like
on
New
the shirt
York,
be upside down.
yeah, upside down. Like the Bulls will be up. The Bull, like Chicago Bulls, be upside down.
Really? I
Yep.
wouldn't buy that. I don't know. It kind of feel like a mistake. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, nah, I'm good. Just give me a regular hat. But depends though. If the hat look kind of fire, I might push it a little bit. But
And
so,
lids. Oh my lord,
oh, you shop at Lids?
my grandson does. So yeah, I
Shit's
do
Yeah,
because
expensive, man.
he's in my pocket. So yeah, I
yeah.
shop
That's
at.
Lid's
yeah.
expensive,
That's where I get my hats from too. From Lids.
especially when I buy the fitted. Ooh,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
But I
tell my
always
wife to put on those hats, boy.
no. I like to go when it's the 2 for 1 though, Roberto. You know what I mean? That's the best time to go when you got the 2 for 1 there.
I'm usually buying those limited edition, where the flag comes on the side and stuff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that.
Those
Yeah,
hats cost me like $70, man.
I know. I know. Not a fan of that, Danny.
I wouldn't wear that.
I'm just trying to
I'm
figure
a
out
hat guy.
what it means.
Cause even look the one with the Dallas, right? The Dallas is upside down too. Yeah. I don't know if I'd wear that.
No.
They're wearing them all the time here.
Yeah, no, I don't wear it for it. Plus, they look kind of out of shape too and shit. You know what I mean? I know Roberto. When you go in the hat, I open my hat up. I make sure it looks shaped, does not deform. Because sometimes you'll get them and they have the
Little
little
indent.
ditch in the sides. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm methodical with that shit.
It's
But
how they fit
back.
it to you, or how how they have it on the
Whoa,
rack.
exactly. What the hell?
I can't see you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Okay, there we go. All right.
If they don't
Yeah.
push
So
that hat in properly, that's how it gets those creases.
yeah, I know. I know. So back to the topic now, Roberto. You can continue with the friend stuff. I apologize. You're saying the family stuff. Sorry,
You
and you're
might as well
saying that
say
you're trying.
that because that's lost.
All right, Danny. The question was, how important is family?
Family is very important. But like if you're a believer, then the Bible specifically says the order. But
Hmm.
sometimes a friend can be better than your family member. So those are interchangeable. But in my life, faith is always first. Now, after I've taken my journey and recognized uh, Christ as my Lord and Savior,
Mm-hmm.
So the family, some fans, some like my brother, my middle brother, used to get on my nerves all the time. Now I've gotten to a place now that we can talk, and um, I guess we've forgiven each other. But there was a time for like a few years we didn't talk because he was on that side of the tracks, I was on this side of the tracks. But then once I got right, I drove. I think I told you this story. I drove 9 hours
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to his prison, and I had to get it straight. I was like compelled to do that. So, but it's interchangeable because I think I'm close. I talk to you more than I talk to my own biological brothers. But me and my
Mm-hmm.
baby brother, we're just like, hey, we don't see each other for a few months, but when we on the phone, it's right, boom, 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 boom. Because me and him like some of the same stuff. He's a
Mm-hmm.
geek. He likes the stuff, the movies I watch. Our music's a little bit off because he kind of likes that rock and roll stuff too. But he's very eclectic when it comes to music. And but it's like, hey, we ain't see each other in 6 months, but I get on the phone. I know right now it was something I had to do, and I needed some muscle because that suck about 6'4", 260 muscle. I said, bro, I need some help. Okay, how much y'all with you? Don't know me nothing. Where you want me to come? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so so me and him, we tight.
Yeah, so that was the question, like going on to that, right? Is it possible for friends to surpass family,
Oh yeah,
right? Because I think there's points where you may have a brother, a sister, maybe even your parents that you don't like, but you have a friend who kind of is more down for you than a family member, right? Now, does that say anything about the importance of family if there's always a friend or someone that could surpass a
I
family
think
member?
there's one difference in my opinion.
Go ahead.
Me and that friend, we could part ways, but I'm gonna always love my brother, even though we don't sit right.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't. Yeah, he see black, I see white. Yeah, I say red, he says green. I'm gonna always love him. That friend, I don't know if that's gonna always be that because it may be something that's so splintered or something that happened, and I don't have that actual biological and blood connection that it could possibly be shattered. I don't think, other than like, I don't think I could not love my brothers and sisters. I
No,
don't.
I agree with you. Mhm.
But a
No
friend,
matter.
yeah. I mean, I'd be mad and we not talk, but still, I have that love in my heart. I don't know. There's some friends that can have that, but I think it's almost an automatic with family versus a friend.
Absolutely. Roberta, you have anything on that one?
Nope.
Okay, so
Can I
now,
ask this without being too nosy?
yeah, you could ask.
Okay, I think on a conversation, Roberto and me, when his brothers don't sit horses, or there's some friction or
Yes.
something.
Well, his older brother, or your older brother, Roberto.
But
Yeah.
I still think Roberto loves him though, right? Even though he gets on his nerve.
Are you putting me in the spot?
Well, let me change it. I would like to think that he does, but
See,
but our thoughts ain't always alike.
before you joined us, Danny, I had mentioned that I myself don't believe in that whole theory of family's always there for you. Family will never let you down because I've witnessed it and I experienced it. So I'm not going to be gullible to it. Um, if someone is going through an experience and they don't try and mend it or give it a chance at least, then yes, I understand your theory of how you feel you should mend it. But when is when? When is the person who's victimized, who is trying to mend, justified in saying, I can't do it anymore? The more you try, the more you get hurt, the less you want to do it.
I'm not arguing that point. I'm just
You
saying I
know?
think that love is unconditional. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, he's a pain in the butt. I don't like him.
Sometimes it hurts more when it's coming from someone you don't expect it from. Like there's
No.
levels to it. That's all I can say. There's levels to it because,
I
you know,
agree.
me growing up, knowing I had a big brother, I felt protected, but I wasn't.
This is
Never, never did my brother come in my defense my whole upbringing. Where my younger brother, I would eat fire if fire tested him.
Oh, 100%. Oh,
You know,
100%.
but
Yes.
this
um,
this example I'm gonna use. Say for instance, your biological brother, and something happened to him, and you didn't fix it. I think it'd be in your mind is, man, I should have done something. I think it'll cross your mind. It may not. It would cross my mind. Man, I wish I would have done something, or I thought I had time. Now with a friend, I think it'd be like, I hate that happened to him, but
you know who I would have done that with, Danny? Because me and my younger brother had a
Mm-hmm.
situation where we didn't talk, and Anzo
Mm-hmm.
knows.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it really, really hurt me knowing that, I would do everything in the back of God's hand to help my brother, and my brother would feel a way towards me, but I know he wasn't in a good place.
Yeah.
I made amends with him because I felt it had to be done. I didn't want to be, like you said, holding that grudge and never make that amends with someone who I love dearly. Like my younger brother was like my, you could call him my son. I treated him the way I wanted to be treated. I am a true testament of do unto those as those do unto you. Be it it's good or bad. That's
No,
just what
you did.
it is.
I'm gonna say this
Am I wrong,
100%.
Enzo?
I was there. I seen the way. The only thing Roberto did was the bullying, right? The
Well,
McDonald's trips, the Burger
it
King
was just, I blame the circumstance, the
stuff,
neighborhood we grew up in, the people you were in front of, but where I'm
Yo,
trying to
this
go with
man,
it is,
this man would come in from outside, be in the house about 30 minutes, and send our asses to Burger King for him. All right. Big
uh,
Mac with
you
cheese,
see those good
extra
memories, Danny?
mayo, no
Those good
pickles.
memories. Andre will never forget those good memories. It
But
was fun.
but I
No
bet
blood was shed, you
them
know,
burgers had all kind of spit in them, buddy.
even if it did.
no, no. But he is
I know
correct about doing whatever he would for his brother. 100%.
those guys know that they were safe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And not to say that I was some big gangster, but we were respected in our hood,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, I didn't give a F if it involved family. Where other people, I'd be like, well, I got a future and shit. Do I want to like jeopardize it because of somebody else's stupidities?
Mm-hmm.
But family, I don't even contemplate that.
Said one of my biological brothers. One sorry. One of my biological brothers talk to me, the other don't. Yeah, no, I could feel that 100%. And Danny just went up, but I had a question, right? So I know Danny was talking about the brother, and when he comes back, I'll ask him because he probably took a call or whatever. And I'll ask him to say, so if you have a friend that has been there for you, like you said, whenever you need him to be there for you, you have that friend, but then you have to choose between helping him or helping your brother. Are you going to help your brother? That's the question. I'll wait for Danny. But I think I know your answer to that, Roberto, is one brother is the brother, the other brother is the friend. Right? I know that answer to that question already, right?
Sorry
Personally,
to say, but it is what it is.
oh no, 100%. I know the history with your older brother, right? And I can honestly say that I never personally liked your older brother, to be
Did you
honest with
even
you.
really know him, Anzo? In the 100,000 times you've been
Not
to the
really.
house, could you count on both hands the times you saw him?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like not
He
really.
wasn't.
You
He
know what I
wasn't
mean?
even. He was never there.
Hmm.
We
And
have a
even when
family
he did
portrait.
come,
He came with
And
trouble. He came with trouble.
hmm hmm
That's when he
and
came.
and even when he did come, like I remember having more conversation with Pete with his wife, no one say her name, than I did with him.
Because what conversation are you going to bring to his level, Lonzo?
Nothing. I get it. Nothing. I get it.
It
One hundred
starts
percent.
off with, "Have you seen my Maserati?" What do you tell her? Have you seen my Jordan nines? You know, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that's not our conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's not our
Mm-hmm.
sport. So to eat like I knew something was wrong when he's singing Elvis and I'm singing
Hip hop.
some R&B hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
Like how the apartments were back on Plamondon.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm coming out of the kitchen and the bathroom's right on the right hand side there, and I'm getting some food and I'm walking back into the living room and I hear you ain't nothing but a hound dog, but there's a second voice there,
yeah.
and I had to I had to stop and say, hold on, where am I? Is this my house? Because it was playing Biggie all day, all night.
Yeah,
You
100%.
brought that box in the bathroom, and for 2 hours you heard Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
for it just could I say any more?
No, I don't. I don't. I could never say you were wrong or for anything for feeling the way you feel. Like I would never do that. You know what I mean? Because I know situation, and even later down the lines, like around these times, I even know it's even worse. You know what I mean? Got a
Yeah,
lot
it
worse.
makes
So
no sense. It makes no
yeah.
sense.
Hmm. So I can never understand that. But I do say this to one of Donnie's point, right? Is because before my brother passed, me and him had a little bit of an issue, right? And we made up, right? And
That
I
shit
was gonna.
happens, Hanzo. I don't mean to cut you, but that shit happens. It's a testament to the bond.
Oh
To
yeah, no, no, I
look,
get it.
you had
No,
a bond. Chris had your back. Chris
yeah,
told
yeah,
you
yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
yeah,
He
yeah, yeah,
felt
yeah.
that experience. I never fucking felt it. So I had a big brother who was my enemy, not my big
I,
brother. He was my enemy.
100%. I get you. I get you 100%. I'm not saying anything about that. But what I was going to say is like for me, I know if I my brother had passed and I didn't get a chance to make that amends, and again, it's because I have a history with my brother, right? So that goes there. Maybe if I didn't have a history, it wouldn't mean nothing, right? 100%. So I don't deny that. But because we did, if I didn't make that amends, I would be even in more of a wreck than I am now, right? So I'm at least happy that I was able to do that. But oof. Oof. So, but I get your point. It's like you said, you don't feel like you had a brother, right?
You know what
He's
irks me, Anzo?
a stranger to you.
I'd love to have like a fucking camera to watch that question posed to him and see how he answers it.
I feel you. I
Because
feel
I
you.
know his answer, he'll act like I made this happen.
Mm.
I don't know why he's angry with me. You like that one, huh? That's exactly how it would be. That'd be like, oh, fuck, yo.
The child's like, wait, what's so funny? Because that was spot on his voice. That was spot on. Like I seen his brother when
You
he
saw him
said that.
saying it, huh? You saw him saying it. I
Yeah,
felt like his
100%.
spirit just entered me there.
I heard that song "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog" was originally made by a black woman.
Yes.
Yeah, Elvis has stolen a lot of songs from people, right? I should have three brothers and one sister. Um, I sometimes I envy you guys who have brothers and sisters because I was the only child, so I didn't get to have any. But then again, sometimes I'm like, I probably wouldn't have been as spoiled as I was if I did. So
Not
it's
only
kind of
that,
a catch
the
22. You
politics,
know what I mean?
the politics of being the ringer, getting hand me downs, and
Yeah, you know what I
you
mean.
got all your shit new. Wasn't giving it to nobody until it didn't fit you.
Exactly, exactly. So, and for those saying, wait, didn't you say you had a brother? He's like a close family member that is so close, like he was there when I was born, so he was my brother. Like we're talking where we're saying sometimes blood can be thicker than sorry, friendship can be thicker than blood, and that's
Just
pretty
like
much what it was.
just like Bubs. I call Bubs my brother.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
And
we're
again, me and you,
brothers.
and me
We
and
can
you,
go
right, right.
right. You know,
Hmm.
the
And
blood
if you
brother.
would have And if you would have asked me like 20 years ago, me and Roberto would be this close, I'd be like, but we got close, you know what I mean? Because
When
we
we
grew
worked
up
together, that was the
and,
start.
when we started working together, absolutely. And even that took a while, right? Because even Saitel wasn't like that, but it was when I think when we got to DMS, that's when it
Yeah.
really picked up.
It's
You
like
know what
this
I
guy
mean?
back.
Yeah, yeah, that's when it really picked up. And then we've had other places I worked together, and so it picked up from there, right? But
And the
so again,
respect
stuff
was
like
there.
that takes time. What's that?
And the respect was there.
Oh yeah, 100%. Always, always, And then I wasn't getting bullied to go to Burger King anymore. So that was
This little guy.
good. And Roberto's bigger than me. He can still do it, right? Boy, go get me some Burger King. Like, no.
We all know Anzo
I
ain't
said
going.
no, but I'm just saying, what were you gonna say, Roberto?
I said we all know Anzo ain't going. So let's stick to the facts, not fiction. Okay,
Roberto would give me $20 to go Burger King. He would never see me again.
that's right.
Be like, yo, where the fuck is this guy in my food? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
It
All right,
was
and the last, huh?
rank, you know.
Facts. So the last part about it is the faith, right? And of course, Danny's gonna come back in that for that. But so first question is: are you a believer? And do you think having faith is the only way to get into heaven? I'm going deep on these ones. Go ahead.
I don't know the rules to get into heaven because everybody commits a sin. I don't know if everybody repents.
Have a good night, Dandelion.
Have a good night, Dandelion. I'd love to have heard your opinion on this, maybe a next time.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. Appreciate you.
like I was saying, everybody commits sin. Not everybody repents. So will you
Hmm.
be judged when you get to the gate? You know, everybody's got
Hmm.
secrets. They know
Absolutely.
what they did was wrong, but they did it because temptation's a bitch.
Absolutely. And you are a believer, right?
Well, I am both Catholic and Protestant. Was
Okay.
was raised Catholic. Like we had that discussion before. I was in church every Friday.
Hmm.
But we
I don't
were
remember you going to church. That was probably
when I went to
before I
St.
came around.
Kevin's. St.
That was
Kevin's. Well,
before I came around, right?
when I was in elementary, you were
Yeah, yeah.
you were juggling your dad's nutsack.
You're right. You're right.
You know, that's what
You're
was
right.
being thought of. You know.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So
Uh,
the thing about it is, when we went to church, I was part of the bad clique,
hmm.
starting shit. You know, making people laugh and making people get in trouble in church and shit. You know, for
Hmm.
whatever reason, I was possessed younger. I won't lie. I had devilish thoughts, but all for laughs, none for pain or suffering. Even though some people suffered and had pain, Um, but again, thanks to Facebook,
Hmm.
I was able to make some amends.
I got you.
And it served its purpose because that's the whole purpose of Facebook, right? To link
Hmm.
up with old friends and
Yes.
reminisce or whatever the case. Like for me, say sorry to some people who deserved it, man. Just to know that that was an episode in life and that ain't who I am anymore.
Hmm. Hmm. Dandelion said, I'm pagan. We do reincarnation, not heaven. Only the strong said, I believe in believing in yourself. Okay, that's a good question.
True,
Good
true,
point.
good
Elaborate
answer.
on that, which I do. And I've said this many times where I'm not sitting here and saying that I am a non believer, but I won't sit here and say that I am a 100% believer because honestly, I don't know. You know what I mean? Personally, I don't know. I get it. Maybe it's a feeling that you get or having faith, and that's where faith comes into it, right? Now, have I seen things that kind of like have me saying there is? Yes. And then I've had moments where things happen and it's like, how could this happen? You know what I mean? So
Did your parents
I
go to
don't
church?
no. My dad was atheist.
So there you go. That's why church is not a big thing. And
It
my
never
parents
was.
didn't really go to church, but my mom was and still is deep into the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like you have to go to church to be religious.
It's
It's
good.
just a
That's
form.
good.
It's just a form.
I swear, Roberto, like we on the same page right now. There's another question I got coming up for that. You cooking tonight,
Keep
bro?
jumping,
Uh, yeah,
huh?
yeah. No, no, but you're cooking. You're cooking though, because it seems like we're going on to the same kind of thought process that I had when I was actually coming up with these questions, right?
Sure.
Um, so shit, I was what I was gonna say. So yeah, so my dad he didn't believe at all, right? And the reason why my dad didn't believe is because his parents were Jehovah Witnesses. And when his mom got sick, my dad and his dad didn't really get along, but his mom was his everything. So his mom got sick and there was an operation that could have saved her life. But because of the Jehovah Witnesses, grandfather wouldn't let them do the operation on her, so she died. My dad had always had a resentment for that, and with that, he had a resentment for not just Jehovah Witness, but all religions. You know what I mean? So, but again, there's things to me where I see some things happen. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But when you brought up the not going to church, this is the question I had: is religion important to faith?
I have to disagree
Go ahead.
because I'm not very religious,
Mm-hmm.
but I have faith.
Absolutely.
There's some people who don't.
I agree. Um, so, and the reason why I say that, and I really have something else for this because I got a big question when I said this, but we'll go to this one. Is like, so hold on. Only Strong said, my dad believes, my mother was questioning. I got you. So that's another question that I have is, do you think non-believers are crazy?
No, because again, how you're raised plays a role.
Mm-hmm.
You're raised in a house where they're non-believers, then you're going to hear enough of it to be a non-believer yourself, unless you've always questioned it and you're a questionable person.
Absolutely.
That's just
Absolutely.
my belief.
No, I agree with you because there are some times where you can buck the trend, right? But more or less, a lot of the things are what you learned at home, right? You know what I mean?
You can't just
So,
be for racism.
no, I agree. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. It's for everything. You know what I mean? Even down to being a respectful person. You know what I mean? If you're living in a household where it's always disrespectful and nobody has respect for anybody, the chances are that you're not going to have respect for anybody either, right?
Here's an example. You're sitting down for dinner. My wife and her family would more or less always say a prayer before eating. My
Hmm.
family didn't even really eat at the same table.
What's up, Basil?
Does that make
Right,
them more religious than us?
exactly. And we, right? A family that my mom
What
was
up,
a
Basil?
believer. My mom believed, my dad didn't, right? But with that family dynamic, we did sit down at the table at dinner time every day to have family dinner, right? I couldn't until I was like 16, maybe 17 is when it actually stopped. But from growing up till that age, it was always sitting down at the table, me, my mom, my dad having dinner together. You know what I mean? So you're right. I don't think that really does matter, you know?
It's for me. It's all storybook.
Mhm. No, I got you. And the other question I had was, do you believe consider yourself religious? You answered that question. I'll ask Donnie the questions when he comes in. But the next one I had now, oof. Okay, so we talk about having faith, right? Hold on, let me see what he said. Um, my dad was a believer, but he was very violent to me and my mom. I'm sorry to hear that. You
That
know what I
shit
mean?
doesn't make sense to me.
Go ahead.
That shit doesn't make sense to me. Like I've met some people who are really religious.
Mm-hmm.
I see in their daily behaviors they commit so much sin.
So again, this goes
You
on.
know, and it's
This
like,
okay,
yo,
right?
what the yo, you're worse than
So
me.
so this goes on to my next question, right?
I
Where
keep jumping.
no, no, you good though. You good though, bro, because you putting it on there, right? So we talk about faith and people having faith, right? My question is it faith and the fear of not going to heaven and the fear of Jesus and the fear of God that keeps them in place, or is it laws?
I don't know if this answers that question, but the amount of effery that goes on within the church, I don't want to bash the
Yeah,
church
yeah, yeah,
right
yeah, yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
We ain't trying to bash nothing. No, no. Because I say this, right? If they said today, tomorrow, you wake up and there are no more laws, right? 99% of the people, even you, Roberto, and I'll explain this why. I'm not trying to diss or anything. I'm just saying, even you, Roberto, right, would be a different person, right? You'd probably kill, right? You'd probably kill. You'd probably do things that you wouldn't do, not because you'd want to, but because you have to, right? So I'll give you an example. You and your family are trying to do it the right way, but you haven't eaten in days. You see a dude with a bag of food and he don't want to give you shit. What are you doing? Right. Okay. Well, another example, right? I know you have your temper is like your fuse is short.
actually, I thought I had a long fuse. That's interesting. It's just
um,
when it goes off, it's just bad.
okay, so let's say it's a long fuse, but when it goes off, it burns quick, double
Yes,
the time, right?
yes.
Now, someone says some shit to you, right? And you have no laws and you can punch him in the face and knock his ass out just for saying some fucked up shit to you. Like, how, like, let's say for one of those examples, you've had your road rage. You're knocking him out, aren't you?
Knocking
Huh?
them out. Knock-
Exactly. Exactly what I'm saying, right? So when I bring this all up, I'm saying I feel like even though people have faith and like you said, all the stuff that goes on and act like they're righteous, I think people only do it because of consequences. If they realize that there were no consequences, no jail or nothing like that, and let's say the only consequence was not getting into heaven, I think a lot of people would take that chance. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people would maybe do things that they wouldn't do to survive, right? And regardless of anything, and then when Danny comes back, we can definitely get into a lot of the Bible scriptures and stuff like that. But you don't kill anybody for no reason, and not even if it's to feed your family, right? I could be wrong because I never read the Bible, but you know,
I,
uh,
I can't I can't read any scriptures to you from the Bible either.
no, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying though, right? So Basil said religious and spirituality are so different. Regulate the scriptures is not faith. I got you. I got you. All I'm saying is And I'm not saying either war is bad or anything like that. I just try to say, like, you know, if things were different, this world would be different, you know? And I would really hope Danny comes back soon because I know he, and I think he said this one time in one of our chats where it was like, he doesn't understand how people are so far away from God. You know what I mean?
Well, I
So,
said it, man. Look at here, all the churches that are closing.
mm-hmm,
You know, there's a war going on, and it's not even visible. It's not even there in your eyes for you to see. But a lot of people walk around so disturbed with all the shit going on in the world, they don't see the little things that are changing that are big things. You know, like
absolutely.
as far as I can remember, churches were always full.
Mm-hmm,
Now there's just rope around them, and they look like no one's been in there in years. It's
absolutely.
really sad, man.
You been able to hear some of the stuff we were talking about, Danny?
No.
Okay.
We're touching your subject, Danny.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
uh-oh.
Not police.
Yeah,
Not police.
yeah, no, not police. Faith,
Okay.
faith, religion, and stuff, right? So the first question I had before you left, right, is because we were talking about the brother thing, and I want to ask you if your friend who has done everything for you needed help, and your brother needed help, who you barely talk to, would you pick your brother over your friend if you had to choose?
I would have to measure the need.
Okay,
So if it's my friend needed, let's just say $300 to help pay his house, keep from going get kicked in the street. My brother needed $200 to keep his lights on. I think somebody staying in the house is more important than the lights staying on.
so let's say it's the same scenario. They're both getting kicked out $300.
I guess you would ask me first, and if I had it for both, I would give it. But if you call and
Okay,
ask me, hey, look, hey, I'm sorry, bro, but I can't do it now, but I could help you or help you try and call somebody. But if I only have $300, it would be whichever one called me first.
whichever one calls you first. Okay, cool. So the next question we got into that we were going into the religious stuff, and I don't even have to ask you this question because I know you're a believer, right? But the question um, is having faith the only way for you to get into heaven?
Oh, yeah, you got to believe in God. If you don't believe in God or you don't believe that Jesus died on the cross for our sins, you're not making it. A lot of people are under the assumption that, okay, I'm a good guy. I don't bother nobody. I pay my taxes. I I don't break the law. I go to church. I pay my tithes. I do it. That's all good, but that's goodness in man's eye. God's eye for goodness is a little bit different. And none of us, nobody on this planet can get into heaven without faith and grace. If God don't say, okay, and I'll give you a prime example. The two thieves on the cross.
Hmm.
One believed Jesus and the other one didn't. The other both of them were thieves their whole lives. But just before he died, he said, God, please have, and I'm paraphrasing, have Jesus, please have mercy on me. And Jesus said, you will be where I am. The other one said, like, if you Jesus, then get us off this. Then have faith in him. So it's faith and grace, mainly grace. But you got to believe. If you don't believe, you ain't getting in there, based on what I read and my understanding of it. And there's something called hermeneutics. And hermeneutics is the study of how you decipher the Bible, because the Bible are written in three or four different literary um, terms. Some part of it is poetry, some part of it is literal, and some part of it is like metaphorically
Hmm.
speaking. So just because, like God said, you can't have faith without works. That's totally true, because some people say, well, if I go to church and I pay my tithes every year and I do this and I do this and I do this and I'm working and I'm doing stuff that where I think the Bible says, that's not going to get you in there. Faith without works is mean when God transforms your life, you people are going to see the transformation. Man, Danny, he ain't doing this. He's doing this. He's doing this. That's what working mean. It don't mean, okay, if I do 10 good deeds, 5 good deeds, this, I'm working, I'm paying people bills, I'm doing this. No, that's what man think. But if God truly transforms your life, there's going to be a working that He puts in your spirit, in your soul, and people will see it. That's what it means.
I got you. And the next question was: is religion important to faith?
It's religion.
Yeah, I guess like for example, like going to church and all of that stuff.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Um, I don't think going to church is essential, but there's a scripture that says iron sharpens iron. So if I'm a Christian and I hang around a bunch of sinners, in the corner EPMD phrase, if you hang with nine broke friends, you're bound to be the 10th one. If you hang with nine sinners or nine alcoholics or nine fornicators or whatever, you bound to be the 10th one. You have to surround yourself with other believers because iron sharpens iron. If you're trying to sharpen a knife or something, you gotta have a certain kind of blade, a certain kind of stone or whatever to sharpen it. If you don't, then eventually that knife is gonna get dull. The same thing with your spirit. If you hang around wrong stuff, and there's been times I give you a prime example. I asked my mom, I was like, I'm just tired. I don't I don't feel like reading the Bible today. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing that. I said, is that normal for a Christian? She said, yes, son. She said, because it's like this. If you steady pouring, if you get a cup full of water or liquid, and you steady pouring, and you steady pouring, and you steady pouring, eventually that cup's gonna run out. So you got to go back to the refrigerator, the water fountain, wherever, and get refilled. But if you the lower your water or whatever liquid comes out your cup, the more drain you're gonna feel. So I was at one point, I was like, because this is what I do. I do the two videos a month. I mean, a week. I do two devotions at my job, and I try to talk to everybody that wants to listen. I don't force them. And I was
Hmm.
steady, and it was like, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like. I start reading the Bible, my head gets start bobbling, I get sleepy, and so I had to stop. And now there's a guy that that's teaching me, and I feel spiritually refilled. And like if I don't go to church on Sundays, I'm speaking for Danny. I can't speak for nobody else. I don't feel right. I gotta go
Yeah,
and get that recharge.
I got you. And do you think non-believers are crazy?
Yeah, I think what?
Non-believers are crazy.
I don't think that they're mentally crazy. I just think that they're misinformed.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Um. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't think you're crazy. I just think that okay. Do you believe in predestination or do you believe in free will?
That is a good question. I believe in free will. I also believe that you have an opportunity to maybe make a choice in your life to make things differently, and it's up to you to make that right choice.
Well, based on my studies, how about you, Roberto? What do you believe in?
What do I believe in?
Free will or predestination?
Hmm.
It's a good question.
So I used to believe in free will. But I think we got free will to a certain extent. Let me give you an example. David was a man after God's own heart. David fought Goliath and defeated him. He killed lions and bears and defeated them. He did all kind of crazy stuff. Not crazy stuff, but all kind of supernatural stuff that if he did not have God's favor, he could not complete it. One man chased him because he was jealous of David for years and years and years, trying to kill him, but God always kept David one step above him. Now, David, the Bible says, it was a man after God's own heart. But David saw Bathsheba naked. I guess he saw that booty and lusted and sent for Bathsheba, slept with her, impregnated her, and then he brought Bathsheba's husband back, trying to get Bathsheba's husband to sleep with him. His name was Uriah. Uriah wouldn't do it. God made it so Uriah would not sleep with his wife while he was there. He said, if my men can't come back and enjoy their wives, I can't do it. Then what David did at the double down is sent Uriah back to the war to the most dangerous spot, and Uriah got killed. But David, in my opinion, had free will. Look, I see that booty. I want that booty. I'm the king. I'm gonna get it. I don't want to get caught. But if he can't go back there and sleep with his wife and I don't get caught, then I'm gonna kill him. That's what David did. So God punished David, but then at the end, David repented, and God restored him, and said that comes to
There's gotta
predetermination.
repent, Anto.
Hmm?
If you don't
There's
repent,
gotta repent.
so if you don't repent,
Why me?
Forgive.
Why?
You're begging forgiveness for your sin.
Yeah. Okay. Do you?
Well,
Cause I don't know why you call me out for that. For
no,
like,
because I brought up repent before. We were talking about
oh,
it, remember? Not because I'm saying you
oh,
particular.
okay, okay,
I'm saying
okay.
that
I'm
we
like, wait,
talked
what
about
the
it
fuck
when
did I
Danny
do?
wasn't there. You remember?
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I get
I'm
you.
getting all cornered and shit.
No, I get you
Oh,
100%.
I'm getting all defensive.
But okay, so and here's why I think I don't know why I believe in free will is because he had the choice not to do it or do it, right? Now you're saying he did it and it ended up making him repent, and I get that, right? Which is, I guess, the path he was supposed to go down. But if you have the choice and you still make the still make the way, I mean, it's hard to say that's free will when you have a choice, or not free will when you have a choice to make, right?
yeah, but God already knows what you're gonna do. He doesn't
He may
change.
know.
He doesn't change
Yeah.
his mind.
So he may know what you're going to do, right? I get that. But if you have the choice in front of you, he knows what choice you're going to make, right? Doesn't necessarily mean he's putting you on that path to make that choice. He just knows that's the choice you're going to make.
And based on my studies, when we're being conceived or when we're in heaven and God sends us down, whenever the man and woman together, He already knows who's going to heaven and who's going to hell. In my understanding, there ain't no change in that unless grace, unless Jesus says, "Okay, I'm gonna have mercy on Anzo, Roberto, Danny." If it's not, you're not getting in there.
Okay.
But God uses the evil people for His plans because God knew that, and Jesus knew that Judas was going to betray Him. But that had to happen in order for Jesus to get on that cross. It was already
Mm-hmm.
predetermined. That had to happen. If it didn't
Mm-hmm.
happen, then that wouldn't. So there are some things in the Bible, and it's crazy. And a lot of people be like, "Well, you can't put man thoughts." That's why I was confused at. I can't. We can't put man thoughts and ideas and logic into God's logic. You just can't do it because you're gonna get it wrong. You gotta The first thing you gotta think is God is omnipotent, He's supernatural. The book of Isaiah, 55th chapter, 18th verse says, His thoughts are not our thoughts, His ways are not our ways. You gotta believe that's what I latch on to. When everybody be like, well, that ain't making sense. That oh, God thoughts and our thoughts, His ways and our ways. You gotta have that. If you don't have that as your foundation, then the Bible will have you doing this right here, boy. Oh my Lord, that ain't making sense.
Do you see
I
some
got
people
you.
feel the same
Go.
way about Captain Orange?
Oh
What
yeah,
do you mean?
God using God using Captain Orange to
The
get some
people
people.
who do wrong,
Oh,
uh,
mm-hmm.
his
Yeah, yeah.
thoughts are not our thoughts. He's way ahead of us.
But don't you think black people are uniting against Captain Orange?
Yeah, I like the way they're doing it too.
Okay.
I
Cool,
think
'cause
some of
they
us,
came to the believers.
but we have a problem though. We still have some bootlickers like Candace Owens and them that are really out there, champion for Trump. You know what
Everybody
I mean?
everybody came drink at the trough, bro.
No, I get you, but I think those ones that do have like huge followings. Now I don't know how much other black people follow them because I see a lot of them getting trashed 100%. So I can agree with you, but I think and hopefully that not just black people, but the
Yeah,
brown people, we
yeah.
all get together for this. You know what I mean?
But I think that Trump has a purpose. Maybe it's not revealed to us now in the spiritual realm. I do think that people are praying more. God, I hope this guy hurry up and get up out of here. I hope he don't lead us to war. I mean,
I,
it sounds funny, but I mean, I believe
you're
that.
right.
I
No, you're
believe that.
right.
I know. I pray more about Lord. Please let the United States don't go to war. Please, my son just signed up. He swore in
Oh,
yesterday.
looking at Iran now.
I did not want him to go into the service. He went to the service, and
Oh.
I'm telling you, I've been praying for the past 2 days. Lord, keep my son safe.
Mm-hmm.
Don't keep his head on a swivel. Don't let him make some crazy mistakes. I just got the phone talking to him about 30 minutes ago. He's in Oklahoma now, and I don't want to say scared, but I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully that works out because I know the way this world is going is kind of messed up. But that kind of goes into the last question I had on this topic, which was, and I asked Roberto this. I said, so when we talk about faith, right, and how important it is, I asked, do you think people would still live the life they live on just faith alone if we had no laws? Because I told Roberto, I said, if they tomorrow cut off the laws, I think 99.9% of the people would all do things that go against the Bible and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, we're doing it now, so
Uh-huh.
you both heard of Solomon and Gomorrah, right?
Yeah.
He destroyed those two cities because men was sleeping with men like crazy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like crazy. Lot, who was favored by, and I ain't trying to preach. I'm just
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, I got you.
Lot was favored by God because he was Abraham's descendant. And before the angels came and the men wanted to sleep with the angels, Lot offered his own children. No,
Mm.
don't sleep with these two. Take my daughters. What? Who does that? But we're seeing that kind of stuff now in the United States. I call it all the time. It's Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0. It might be worse.
Right, because that's what I was saying. I was like, and I even said, so, and I gave this example, like, and I'll give it to you too, right? You're a man of God and all of that stuff. But if you got to the point where you and your family haven't eaten for like 3 or 4 days, right? And you see some dude walking down the street and he got a crap load of food and he don't want to give you, what are you doing? Are you taking it?
I'm probably going to take it and ask for forgiveness. if I'm starving,
I thought the same thing.
if I'm starving, I mean starving, like
Yes,
starving. And I
yes,
look at my wife and my daughters and my grandson, and they starving.
yes.
Then of course I'm gonna do what I need to do. But I'm gonna be like, Lord, don't let me kill this man, but
That's
let
the
me.
question. What if you had to kill him?
Oh no, boy, that's tough. There,
Well,
boy.
that wasn't good to me. That's a hard one, Danny.
Taking a life, man, is crazy.
100%. You're right. But
I don't know.
you,
I
Now,
wouldn't
if
take.
you're trying to take my life, oh yeah, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I'm gonna sleep well. I've been in
mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm.
situation before, but bro, first I'm asking for strength. Lord, give me the strength to whip this man butt. I don't want to kill him, but I want to whip his butt. And I ain't gonna take all the food, but
Right.
I'm gonna take what I need for my family to survive. Hey, look, bro look. Uh, under any other circumstances, I wouldn't do this, man. But I got to have this. I can't have my family starving, and you get all this, and so
So you do that, right? And this, I'm just like, I'm not like trying to talk about faith or anything like
yeah.
disrespect or anything like that, but I'm just trying to get it up. So you do that, right? You ask for forgiveness. So no, first off, the question is, even if you were to kill somebody for that, like let's say to fill your family, right? It's still in the Bible, you shall not kill for those reasons at all, right? Like for any reason.
No, that's not true.
That's what I'm okay.
Okay, no, because in the Bible, God directed people to kill people. He
Okay.
God directed people to kill, like the walls of Jericho. He told Joseph to go around every day Jericho, like 7 times, if I'm not mistaken. And he said, when that seventh day, you go around there, and when the walls are going to fall down, and you go in there and you take out everybody, the animals and everything. The only person he spared was the prostitute, and that because she recognized the two guys that Joseph sent in there to spy, and she believed in God, so God spared her. And if you read that, she was Jesus Christ's descendant. If you read the family tree,
Hmm.
so God has directed in the Bible to kill people.
Okay.
So
So now
I think if you take a life unjustly and murder, but if God directs you and it is a spiritual back, well, I don't think God talks to people like He did in the Bible, because in the Bible He directly talked to people. Like He talked to
mhm.
Moses, He
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
to
yeah.
David. I don't think that's happening no more. But back in those times when God was actively talking to certain individuals, well, yeah,
Okay. So the next question, and then we can move on. So let's say you did do that, right? You had to kill somebody, get the food, right? You asked for forgiveness. But now you got to do that for 10 years, right? You're surviving for 10 years and you got to kill people.
I've got to
You
clear that
ask
one. Whew, I don't know.
right. So at that point, when does it become not a choice anymore? And when, like, do you still get forgiveness after 10 years of killing somebody for your family to eat?
I mean, I can't answer that. That that's like an instruction manual. It don't say in any scripture you can't kill anybody for this for 10 years. This. I don't. I haven't seen that, but if it's for survival, but I do believe that if it was in that situation, God is gonna present you a situation where you can survive and not do that. I believe that's totally possible.
I got you. No, I understand that. I understand that, and I believe that too. But I'm saying, so let's say like let's say not killing, but adultery, right? Something that you can easily stop, but yet you keep doing it, and then you keep asking for forgiveness, but you keep going and banging the next boom boom
Oh
every
yeah,
now and then.
yeah. Chris Bashar said that perfectly. If you just like your friend saying, "I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna bring." Eventually, you'll be like, "Man, you full of junk."
Right,
That's what you're
right.
saying now. Same thing with God, man. You okay? Okay. This is the 75th time you said you're gonna stop going to Sally Sue house. No.
Shit, my bad. I got you. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. So yeah, so like if it's something like that where it's like you can stop doing it, but you're just doing it and keep out, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
crying wolf kind of thing,
Yeah.
right?
I got a friend of mine say, "Man, I'm gonna wait till I get old and sick, and just before I die, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness." I say, "Boy, you playing dangerous. 'Cause you don't know whether you'll get a chance to do that." But some people think that, "Oh, I'm gonna get slide into heaven." Just I wouldn't try it. I ain't gonna tell you that that might work for you, but that would not work for Danny. I'm trying to be right, because I'm telling you now. How many of y'all seen these TV shows when these guys get these sentences and they tear the courtroom up?
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen that before, Roberto?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do on Judgment Day, and Jesus said, "I know you not." No, 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 no. I ain't trying to hear them words. So
No,
for
I
me,
feel you,
so
brother.
for me, man, I fear God. I try to. I believe He died for me. So I'm not. I'm not trying to hear that.
I got you. I appreciate you coming on for that topic. You know what I mean? I don't ask me where the hell this shit came from, but I was just thinking like last night before. Listen, man. Sometimes I go to bed and before I sleep, my mind just goes through some shit, and then
That's the
all this
divine
stuff came up.
intervention, man. That's when the Lord talks to you.
All this stuff came up, and I was like,
Anzo,
you
you
know what?
know me. How long we know each other now? 7 or 8 years.
Yeah,
You know how I used to be and what I
yeah,
was
I know.
doing and sending.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah, Donnie, I'd like that's what I was telling Roberta earlier. I'm like, I know you a true believer, and I'm at the point where I guess you could say I'm in between to where it's like I'm not saying I'm a non-believer, but I'm also not sure. So I'm on the vibes of I don't know. But boy, like if I gotta stop doing some of those things that we used to do, I don't know if I could do it, bro.
yeah, you can. Yeah, yeah, you can. You still gonna have that temptation. I mean, I still like to talk about it, but it's just like
Man.
I don't like that. Like that picture we talked about earlier.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's a good looking woman. Yeah, yeah, but
Hmm.
like fantasizing and instead of going back and watch Fit Little Devil,
Oh yeah, 100%. Sometimes I be sitting at work and I be just scroll. I'll be like, oh shit, wow,
Yeah,
okay, let me see what else he got. He got that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. You know what I mean? I can't do it.
I don't have that no more. But
Oh
yeah,
shit, my bad. This trying to fix this thing up. This thing I'm still kind of
you
getting.
saw that one with I sent you today where it talked about white people in the snow.
Hold up, hold up.
Which one?
Isn't this the fucking governor of New York?
How a white person look in the
He
snow
just got elected.
versus
Oh
a
yeah,
black person in the snow.
yeah.
Yeah.
You worried about? So we talked about that at the beginning of the stream, Danny. We are like, Danny was complaining about what, like 12 to
We had
centimeters of snow.
no, not no centimeter. We had 7 inches of snow.
Ooh.
I'm just telling you, I'm 50. I'm 55 now. The last time we had snow that deep was like 1973. I was only 3 years old.
I popped this up earlier. It's like Canadians when they hear
I
about
was
the
on that.
freezing temperatures in the USA, like, nah, bro,
Yeah,
you guys don't know
I'm
what
just
you're
telling
talking
you,
about.
I don't mind the snow. I just don't want to be out there working in it.
No, you
If
know
I
what? I feel you.
if I could be at home chilling and relaxing, okay. I'm getting paid, but I got to be out there in it. And this year, guess who they put on night shift? Good old
You?
Danny. I was like,
That
look at these
sucks.
suckers right here. I'm the number 3 man, and I'm out here at night with these other people acting a donkey.
All right. So we got this last one here, which Roberto wanted to talk about. I think it's kind of interesting. I'll play the video
I
and
hope I
then I'll
can
let
get
you.
my joke in.
What's that?
So I'm hoping I could get my joke in as well.
Yeah, for sure. I got that setting up just after this. Go ahead.
Hold up, hold up. Isn't this the fucking governor of New York? He just got elected. Don't tell me. Bro! That's his son. That's Epstein's son? Hold up.
So he's trying to say, I don't know why he does that. So he's trying to say that the governor is Epstein's son, Roberto.
I was like, I don't know, man. That image of that woman with
Look like
Epstein
his.
does look like that woman hugging the mayor of New York.
Uh-huh.
Identical, like an older version. I'm saying, is this AI?
It could be. Because AI is getting so much better right now with the things that they're doing, bro. Oh my god, it's crazy. Like I seen this clip today and they were showing this AI fighting video and like guy made a video and the fighting in AI is looking so much better now. So it could be. But that's the scary thing about it, right? Is that AI is changing everything.
Can't be the guys.
AI is changing everything. But I don't think that's his son though, Roberto. I don't
No?
think that's his son. Nah, I don't think so. It would be crazy if it is, but I don't think that's his son. All right, let's get your joke up in here and then we can call it. No, it should be in downloads. Is that it? Hold on. Yeah, that's it. All right. Let's bring it in. I just gotta wait for it to finish uploading. But man, I appreciate you coming on, Danny. Like I said, I mean, it was good to have your opinion on that topic, man. I
No problem,
appreciate it.
bro. No problem. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. This is Roberto's joke. Let's do it.
Девушка, здесь темнокожий, вы не видели? Он воду у нас украл в магазине. Блин, куда он делся?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord, that's tough right there, bro.
I fucking laughed so hard when I saw that. Oh my god.
Wow.
That is dirty, bro.
That is crazy.
All
That
right.
was.
That is dirty. That was funny. Hold on. I think I have here.
I like that.
Black people have to always be able to adjust our blackness. We always gotta adjust our blackness. Every black person here knows what I'm talking about. I'll try to explain to the non-black people.
That's
here.
Chris Rock, brother.
This is how black people live. Every black
Oh,
person
it
lives
is?
like this.
That's
Go
20
somewhere,
Rock.
we assess our surroundings, and then we set our nigga accordingly. Every black person got a nigga dial. Job interview. 2. Thank you so much for seeing me. I greatly appreciate it. Well, a little bit about myself. I'm a self-starter, if you will. I'm industrious. I start a task. I won't leave it until it's done. My grandmother told me that years ago. I hope she's looking down at me proudly. Soon as you leave, 6. Man, these fucking punk ass crackers asking me all these goddamn questions and shit. Give a nigga the job, motherfucker. I'm broke as fuck. Now, if I rob your bitch ass, I'm the bad guy, right?
All right. That was not a joke. I'll play that next week. This girl was singing and great voice, right? Absolutely voice. But there's something in this video that kind of triggers me. Let's play it. Let's play it. All right. Let's listen. Watch. Listen.
When it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the minor chord and the major lift, the barefoot king composing, hallelujah. Sing. Hallelujah. Praise King Jesus. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
How did she do?
Good.
You know what triggers me? These 2 people that got up. Like what? Because the black woman starts singing, they get up? I was like, why the fuck they get up for? Now, granted, I've been in the metro and some crazy person starts singing, you get up, right? But if I hear a nice voice and stuff, I'm not gonna get up. I'm like, okay, good can sing.
All
But
right.
I don't know. I just find kind of people like racist when it comes to shit like that, you know?
I
So
saw a video, maybe you guys saw it as well, of one person being black walking blind and one person white walking blind.
yes, yes,
And all
yes.
the
When he
black
was
people
holding
were
the
fighting the
hands.
white guy.
Oh my
All
god,
the other white people reacted to the black guy.
oh my god, that triggered me, bro.
I was like, what the
Yeah, that triggered me.
bro?
Yeah, that triggered me too. And I had that video. I don't
That's
remember saving it. But yeah,
doesn't
yeah, I
serve
had
a
that
good
video.
purpose, man. We already know how it is.
Yeah, yeah, just to trigger you and shit. But yeah, guys, that's the show. Appreciate everybody that came in. I just want to get to these last comments before we go. Um, Basel said, and Buddha and Basel Christian. Oh, sorry, only said Basel and Christianity wasn't the first religion. Buddhism, Hinduism, Jainism, Islam. They all teach different ways to do good. Yuppers, I just gave up and said to myself, God will lead me where I need to go. Absolutely. Religion was invented at a time when people were literally um, were literally so that the masses were able to listen to stories that would teach them right from wrong, etc. They are the genesis of laws. Spiritually, you can believe in a higher power like I do, but not necessarily tied to religion. So according to the sculptures, we all made in God's image. So technically, we are going to heaven because He is in heaven. As flawed as we are, He is. My sister's always said Trump was God's wrath. She's a believer too. Yeah, could it wouldn't surprise me. Trump is the modern Roman Empire, though. Lead his empire to despair. Uh, what if he has a family too? That's a good question. It's a good question. That's a good question. I wish I had seen that when we were talking about it, but that's a good question. Tonight would have been the perfect night to talk about Jasmine Crockett. What happened with Jasmine Crockett? I don't know. I didn't hear anything, you know? Sometimes it's like you go and you try and get things to talk about for the show. I asked Roberto. Roberto sends a topic, then I got to think of something. So I probably must have missed it, but I definitely, if anything comes up, you know, we're going to talk about it 100%. So that's that. Um, We'll just wait for Danny to come back so we can close it up. But any final thoughts, Roberto?
On this new platform, I have no idea what our topics are.
Yeah,
I
because it doesn't show them up there. I know. I know.
guess we ain't talking about ice tonight. I know I posted. I sent you some.
Oh, that topic went so long. I did have something. So remember, there was an ICE video of the woman that got pulled out of her car when she was trying to go around the corner. She testified, and I had that video, and I forgot. We'll do that next week, though.
Yeah,
It's tough
we
because
got
she
enough
was talking.
material.
What's that?
We got enough material.
Oh yeah, 100%. She says in that video they called us bodies. So they took her to the detention camp just to be like where they hold them. She said they were all shackled together and they kept saying we're bringing in another body. We're bringing in another body. It's a very interesting interview to watch. So we'll get into that next week. Absolutely, 100%. But yeah, so
Danny's gone again.
yeah, I think he had to go. Mike said he's probably referring to the fact that the biggest speaker of misinformation about my future wife wasn't on your panel tonight. Oh, I got you. I got you, Mike. Listen, I'm gonna say this. You know what I mean? Not putting anybody's out there, but you know, JG had a good reason for not being able to be on tonight. You know, so he'll be back next week, hopefully, and then you guys can trash him then. All right, you guys can trash him then. But yeah, you know what? I know Roberto's getting a little tired. Got to go to bed. The old man, you know. So we'll close it up, guys. You know where to find Danny. Make sure to check out his channel, The Road to Wisdom, where he does, you know, teaching you how to dress. Dapper Danny over there. All right, Danny's here. Danny, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
On Monday nights, along with Anzo, Chris Knight, the first 3 Mondays of the month. On my channel on Mondays and Fridays, The Road to Wisdom. Also, I got a secondary channel called The Way That I See It. Wednesday nights, I'm on the Hangout, and Sunday nights, I'm on Storms Live. So a little bit of here, a little
Absolutely.
bit everywhere.
And guys, if you like the conversation about faith and stuff, make sure to check out Danny's videos over there. And I know you're doing something with the pasture, right, Danny?
Yeah.
All right. And,
That's,
you haven't dropped anything yet, have you? Other than the one I seen?
I do it every Monday and Friday. We're about on the fifth one now.
What?
Yeah, every Monday and Friday at 7 a.m. It's me
I
and
must
him
not
now.
be getting your notifications because I ain't seeing them. So, but yeah, man. So yeah, make sure to check that out, guys. And you know, Roberto, what about you, brother?
What about me?
Where can they find you, homie?
Oh, okay. Find me here Wednesday nights. Usually with my boys, them Big and Ford Entertainment, JG Shaolin, terrific. We're always blessed to have Mr. Danny drop in and share his knowledge with us. We respect that.
100%.
We like to get shit off our chest live.
Absolutely. And I am Bigger for It Entertainment. Thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. I'm probably gonna go back to StreamYard. Just paying that 60 freaking $5 every month is annoying. But I do like this platform, but I think I can do a lot more things on StreamYard than I can do on this. Plus, when I do the rewind, we do the share on each channel, and I can't do it with this platform. So but with that being said, guys, peace, love, and hair grease, and we will see you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
Let's blow
blow this shit the fuck up. Let's go, look. I stack dollars, players in Chevys and Monte Carlos, moving big weight by the carload. First you get the money, the power, then the bitches follow. Got a burner on my waist and it's still with hollows. You know the motto, swing it out the bottle. Got a couple model chicks and they love to swallow. Fill up my cup right quick, that's macchiato. And I don't care if you black, white, or eating tacos. I put that on my Tata Andres Delgado. Fuck around and end up in a cup of caldo. I let the 9 blow, running from the 5-0. Pistol on my side, so if you trip, you get your mind blown. I'm from the city where them winos run up to your side though. Empty out a clip and watch it die slow. And then the preacher read the Bible. And you're waking the mistakes for trying to take the cake that I want. Beauty valor, music the cure. Cause when I'm spitting on this microphone, there's never a flaw. Yeah, never a flaw, never a flaw. Cause when I'm spitting on the microphone, there's never a flaw.